Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Corsace Closed. We are here with another match of our finals weekend. We have Utami versus maliszewski. This one has a lot to live up to after that previous match that we just witnessed between Arnold and Takedo. I am Chili, your pair, one of your casters today. I will be joined by none other than Miles. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Chillier, and I completely agree with you. This matchup has a lot to live up to, and I think it's going to live up to it after this matchup between Arnold and Takedo, almost going the distance a tiebreaker. Utami and maliszewski, I feel like I'm kind of expecting a similar thing out of them. These two players, some of the strongest tournament players we've ever seen in this game's history, and I am expecting an absolute banger of a matchup between these two.
Without a doubt, Utami, our second seeded out of qualifiers, maliszewski, our fourth seed out of qualifiers here. These are two players that know exactly what they're doing in a high-level matchup such as this. Of course, scaling up from the previous week, we went up about 0.5 stars over that Nomad 1-star rating. You can see all of the rough player statistics from the previous week up on your screen right here. If that doesn't give you a rough idea of how strong these players are, I don't know what will. I think both players almost being above around a 7.0 rating on every single statistic speaks volumes about how consistent and confident they are as players. Obviously dropping a little bit from previous weeks in certain areas due to the increasing difficulty of the map pool, but also going up in some places. You know, if you kind of take a look at maliszewski's side, going up in terms of performance from, you know, the previous weeks last week. Utami staying relatively the same, did drop in every category, but, you know, only by about one tenth of rating. So really close between these two.
Yeah, and I feel like it's natural between a matchup of two of the greatest all-rounder players we've seen in recent history for tournaments. I'm really excited to see what these players are going to pick in this matchup and ban, because I feel like it could really go a lot of different directions. While each of these players have their strengths, they're both really good at like everything, and it's going to be really hard to predict. But I really think that Utami might be going for some speed picks against maliszewski, and maliszewski might be going for some tech picks, I think. Tech and aim on his side, Utami on speed, but it's really hard to predict. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Utami has looked really good on the speed and stamina in the tournament this year. maliszewski, you know, generally not quite as known in terms of, you know, between these two players for that skill set in terms of performance, but again, you can see that he very much scales confidently into these pools right here, and both of these players likewise just going to be really, I think, comfortable on a lot of these maps where, you know, I think if you watched the showcase last weekend, a lot of the replayers struggling on some of these this week. You know, we've definitely been trying to, you know, put out some high scoring replays, and it kind of starts to get to be a struggle when the pools get to be this high star rating. It is going to be the Nomad 4 ban out of Utami. Understandable to get the tech out of here against maliszewski. Extremely proficient player, extremely consistent at what he does in that Reality tech slot. A little bit on the faster side as well. maliszewski going to start off with that Nomad 5 ban right here. That is also to be expected with a strong stamina player.
And it looks like the Nomad 3 ban is also going to be coming out from Utami, banning out tech and ult almost as predicted, and maliszewski going to be banning out the DT3. 2 speed bans coming out from him, understandably so, against a player like Utami. Likewise with his tech bans, and looks like we are going to be quickly getting into the picks here.
Pretty much exactly what you said for the bans here. Tommy kind of going for more of the tech and kind of aim control bans today. maliszewski really focusing on that left-hand skill set, getting that out of here. Utami again, you know, you can kind of see that speed and stamina, you know, rating, you know, while an arbitrary number does mean something, and might even be an understatement in some cases. He is so casually able to FC and put up good scores on these higher BPM picks here, and very understandably going to be going for the Nomad 2 and Dream and Attraction. This is a fair, you know, slightly higher BPM than some other weeks, obviously slightly lower than last week, being 205 compared to 210, but longer streams this week, a little bit more of an aim requirement as well. You've got to, keep up the cursor control throughout this one. So this is a probably a strong first pick from Utami here. I expect him to be able to very confidently play this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Maliszewski, he's definitely going to be stronger on this pick than he would be on, say, a Nomad 5 or a DT3. So I think Utami might be taking a little risk going for this pick first, but we're only going to have to see what goes on. Into Dreaming Attraction, this map by Barking Mad Dog, 7.96 stars, 205 BPM. Going to be a very intense affair.
Well, Barking Mad Dog known for his intensity across most of his maps, if you've seen anything, especially, if you look at, like, the Nomad 1 he made for OC World Cup last year. Very, very consistently high, intensity picks and songs as well. So we'll see what happens at the beginning here. We're going to start off a little bit slower as we get into some of the longer streams, and you'll hear it immediately when the song picks up. And here we go. This is where Note Lock Central comes into play here. You really have to be careful about over-aiming or under-aiming some of these.
Neither player having any issues so far, both holding the SS through the first 8 of the map.
Well, slightly into the map now, approaching that first quarter here. Still holding the two-way SS right now. Really confident on these stacks. Utami does drop a couple of hundreds there, but so does Maliszewski. It's going to be a slight ack lead for him right now. A little bit more of a tech-oriented section right now with some of these bursts and cuts into the sliders here. And we're going to come into a big spacing stream part now.
Both these players absolutely shredding these variable spacing streams. Absolutely so impressive for these two players. Sharing accuracies now into the second third of the map. Both with 99.84. This is so impressive.
This is crazy. These are very difficult. Both of them hitting that right there. No trouble on the switch. What? Utami drops 100.
This is really a clashing between titans in this matchup.
This is not normal. For those of you watching, this is not normal. This is not something most people can do. Oh, Maliszewski's slider breaks. Oh, he lost it.
Yeah, he drops a few misses after that too. Now the combo lead is so very much in favor of Utami. He's going to be able to run away with this first pick now.
Surely he doesn't FC halfway, right? Surely he doesn't just go halfway through this map. Oh my god, he hits it. Oh my god, Utami.
Utami just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. 99.58% coming out of the second third of the map. Maliszewski having broken. Oh, spin? Okay.
Oh, he still wins the spinner too, actually. He even stopped spinning and he still got it. This is kind of what we were talking about before we went into this pick. Left-hand maps are just Utami's playground, and he's gonna be having a good time on the rest of this map right here. There's really not too much he has to worry about compared to the beginning of the map, especially with Maliszewski not having any combo, and those misses gonna drop a little score off as well. This is already out of hand for Maliszewski. I think we're just waiting for Utami to potentially put up a higher score.
Yeah, an FC on this would be absolutely ludicrous, but now that's what we're going to be watching for until the last quarter. There's still some difficult streams remaining.
Yeah. Quarter way. A little bit of a lower intensity section right here. Going to give these players a second to, catch their breaths. A couple 1/3s here. Nothing too crazy on the spacing right now. Gets back into, slightly higher intensity at the ending here. Both players hitting the jumps.
After this pick ends, the pick will go back to Maliszewski. I shouldn't be mentioning that now because Utami is still FCing.
I can't even comprehend this. What is happening? He hit that! What? Jesus, dude!
Yeah,
this is the first pick! No!
I was gonna say, I've kind of been desensitized to this because we've been seeing Utami do this for a year, but oh my god, that full miss on the last stream, that is so unlucky. But regardless, 968k coming out from Utami on his first pick here. Nomad 2 going very cleanly his way.
His misses almost matched his 100 count on the last stream. That's it. Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, so for those of you wondering as well, Maliszewski's score is freaking crazy too. 572k on this is really, really good. He just happens to miss in the, kind of middle part of the map where it really gets up higher in difficulty. Utami is not normal. This is not a standard level play here, so again, Utami, there's a reason that Maliszewski bent out the Nomad 5 in the DT3 today, because that is just how good Utami is at these stream style picks here. Maliszewski's going to go to a little bit more of a comfortable area here on the Nomad 1. This is a really, really big aim Nomad 1 with a couple of, kind of space stream patterns in here, and this is definitely something that Maliszewski will be a little more comfortable with.
Yeah, definitely a bread and butter pick for Maliszewski. That aim is something he has just been so strong and consistent on throughout this tournament, and I'm definitely not surprised to see him coming out first picking it against Utami. Although it is Nomad 1, the notoriously RNG-oriented pick. You never know what's going to happen on Nomad 1.
Rule number 1 of the tournament handbook, if you pick Nomad 1, be prepared to lose it. So Maliszewski's going to have to hold some consistency here. Utami drops a couple of hundreds at the beginning here, though. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, still a lot of map to go. This map by Kuroshina Asuka.
Oh, goodness. This map gets really, really difficult very quickly here. You've got a couple of 1/3 streams at the beginning. If you know they're there, they're not too difficult, but this map gets straight into the big game, like right here. This is just instantaneously full star rating here. There's no leading into it. There's no build up. Once this map picks up, it just keeps going. Well, big stream section here. We'll see if either of these players have any trouble with them today. Utami's still dropping a little bit of accuracy here, not super comfortable. Maliszewski looking slightly better in that department here, but again, like you mentioned, it is a Nomad 1, and misses are all over the place here.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Maliszewski's first accuracy drop is actually a miss, because that's just the way these picks go sometimes. But he is still holding on to that SS through the first
linears. The linears. Oh, they hit. Oh, there it is, the linears.
His first act drop was a fucking miss.
You called it. You called it. Yeah, those linears are really evil. It's hard to not miss on those. Utami actually did very well for himself to not miss through that.
Yeah,
still comebackable.
Holding the mantle of the combo game on this map. Still full comboing through the first half. Oh, not anymore.
There it goes.
Maliszewski's going to start clawing back the lead here with that massive accuracy advantage.
Yeah, that's big. That 1% almost is going to be a decent bit of help here for Maliszewski. He's only 40,000 score behind, and now it's shrinking slowly, and it's plenty of time. Utami misses again.
Only going to accelerate the lead back to Maliszewski, but into the streams. Will he drop? He doesn't. Oh, he hits the jumps.
Oh my god, he hit that. Wow. All right, Maliszewski ready for the aim today.
His accuracy is still so stellar, 99.61 into the last quarter of the map. This is an absolutely insane performance from Maliszewski now, taking the lead back.
He's got it for now, quarter of the way left in the map here. He doesn't have a whole lot of score lead against Utami right now. He does still have to be careful, only about 50,000 here, but if he can hold this for just a little bit longer, he'll be in the clear. A couple more spike sections here at the ending, though. Big aim, neither player missing on that section. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, he under-aims! Oh, God. Oh, he missed again. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, he's continuing to break. I don't know if there's enough time for Utami to come back. There is about a 50k combo.
Oh, he missed. Yeah,
that's it. And there goes Utami. That is going to be the end of the pick. Maliszewski taking his first pick of Nomad 1, playing the RNG gambit, so to speak, and be taking the aim pick against Utami.
Oh man, good accuracy on it too. 99.42 and climbing into the ending of the map here. Look at that. Utami, not a terrible play. Really, really close behind. Had the lead for a majority of that map, but just some inopportune, I think, positions that he broke at really were his downfall. Slight act lead for Maliszewski, too. 4 100s only on this. That is very impressive. Just shows how comfortable he was at that, maybe higher, slightly higher BPM, higher intensity Nomad 1 here, sitting at 213 is definitely a little bit faster than, general Nomad 1. So Very, very cool from Maliszewski there. You really like to see an opening pick like that.
Yeah, and I mean, Utami didn't ban any other aim maps. There is still a hidden one, a hard rock one, and a DT one up for Maliszewski going into later stages of the match. And I think he is going to pick those at some point. But right now the pick does go back to Utami, who still has 3 DT maps available to him. And I think we could be seeing a DT2 come out here from Utami, Wings of Freedom. That map is very stamina intensive. And I think it definitely goes to favor him.
It would be a smart pick for Utami, and there it is, exactly like you said. Perfect. The Lucian finger burn map here.
Yeah, this map is RSI simulator. That's all I really need to say about it. It's 236 BPM bursts all the way through the 3 minutes and 36 second drain time.
Yeah, that's a big part of this too, is it maintains that difficulty for a long period of time here, so you've got to be super, super comfortable at this higher BPM stamina here, and not everyone is. Maliszewski didn't look too bad on the Nomad 2 in terms of the stamina portions of it. He definitely had a little bit more trouble with some of the spacing changes, so we'll see if that makes any difference on the DT2 right now, but based on how Utami's been playing with the left-hand maps today, I don't really see any way that Maliszewski has a confident position in this.
Yeah, I think this map is an entirely different ballpark from Nomad 2. While that Nomad 2 had a lot of emphasis on the aim, this map has even more emphasis on the stamina. And I think while Maliszewski does appear to be fine at this juncture of the map, when we get to the later stages, I feel like we're going to be seeing him drop a lot of that accuracy, maybe drop some combos or just lose his stamina outright. But into the first stream section here, neither player seems to be letting up. Utami still with the 99.8 accuracy. What is he doing?
World? What?
Maliszewski is assessing these. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
That was inopportune timing for my commentary. Not going to say anything else, I guess. But.
Obliterated. Utami's going to push 99.9 right now. This is something that I'm about to see. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So that's 100 in that entire stamina section for Utami after his introductory 100 here. Maliszewski's slightly behind in terms of accuracy. Combo not helping him at all as well. We're going to approach the halfway point pretty soon here. We've got at least 2 more of those stamina sections upcoming in this map here as we approach the latter half. And right now, Utami really doesn't have anything to worry about. Oh, it does drop a couple hundreds on that triple. Finger control here, just a little bit.
Yeah, and with Maliszewski breaking again, though, and that massive accuracy lead for Utami, he's going to be looking to double his score here. And Maliszewski's stamina just looks absolutely toasted at this point. You know, he does get back on. But...
break from Utami. I'm not entirely sure what he did there. It looked like he might have, tapped a little too late. He missed at the beginning of the stream, but he caught himself on the rest of it. Dropping a couple 50s here, too. Utami is human, too. He is dropping accuracy. His stamina is very clearly disappearing a little bit, but he's still pretty far ahead of Maliszewski in terms of how comfortable he looks.
Yeah, the score lead is basically just double whatever the score Maliszewski has, around 270k. Yeah, over double Maliszewski's score has Utami. That was new, lol. Maybe Utami playing this map before it was altered for Corsace?
Potentially?
No, the map was submitted 6 days ago, so I don't know what he's referring to there, but this pick is going to go in favor of Utami. Gonna take his second pick and go up 2-1.
This is a very, very good performance from Utami here. He's going to be looking to push 700k by the ending of the map if he can hit these last couple of streams here. Maliszewski's going to drop a couple more times. Again, just not super comfortable on the stamina picks here compared to Utami. And as we go into the last stream here, looks like he will push that 700k right into the sliders at the ending. Unwavering, still looks just as confident as he did at the beginning, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. 750k almost. Oh no, he gets it. He gets 750k. Oh, okay.
163k.
Okay.
That is a ridiculous score from Utami.
One miss. He missed once.
One miss. So unlucky. That would have been such a good FC if he got it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was like that first or second note of that stream after a little bit of a refrain section there, and I'm not entirely sure what happened. He could have just under tapped or something, but a very, very unlucky miss from Utami. Potential for an FC on that one. Maliszewski, not bad at all. 391k on this map is actually fairly good if you are not a strong stamina player. But Utami, being the player that he is just leagues above everyone else in terms of that skill set. I think right now, like I can't think of a tournament player for a long time that has like been able to match Utami's level of stamina, at least in the past 2 years.
Yeah, I can't name one either, but Maliszewski coming out with his next pick. He's going to go for the Hard Rock 3. Looks like responding to Utami's Nomad 3 ban, going to pick another alt map. This map may tech use Cybernetics' snap alt map on Hard Rock. It's a very, very niche skill set that not many people are good at, but Maliszewski has proven himself to be one of the players who can play that skill set, and is going to be picking it here into Utami.
Yeah, looking good on the gimmick stuff today. And I should clarify, Utami has been one of the strongest tournament stamina players consistently, in terms of consistency, not just necessarily overall, but his ability to replicate his performances is something that not a lot of players are able to do. He's not the only one, but he certainly sits at near the top of his game here. Likewise with Maliszewski on these Hard Rock 3 style maps, he is generally an absolute demon at these alt aim control style of maps in here. And I think that this might be a very, very smart route for him to take for the remainder of this match here. He is going to find a little bit of a break at the beginning here, but so does Utami prior.
Neither player having much trouble with the intro. Maliszewski having a very early break, though.
Well, slight combo lead for Utami right now. Score is going to stay basically the exact same. Really not too much in terms of difficulty spikes in here, but this map is very difficult throughout. A lot of these, snappier patterns in here kind of mixed in like that. Those wide angle wiggles, they're very, very difficult. Both players doing a super, super good job holding through this first half of the map right now. Score lead is going to go back over to Utami just from that small accuracy and combo lead that he has from breaking combo earlier than Maliszewski. But as we approach this halfway point in the map, now misses are going to start to matter a little bit more. We're going to see some act drops from both players here. A little bit more from Maliszewski. He's going to drop. Accuracy is going to maintain roughly the same distance between the two of them, both hitting these doubles and the square patterns in here. Maliszewski is hoping for any miss out of Utami right now. Utami used to not be the strongest Hard Rock player. This is a massive improvement in terms of overall performance from Utami. He has certainly come into the Hard Rock skill set being very confident overall with how these maps are formulated here. So very well done thus far to Utami, looking super, super confident on these patterns right now. Both players continuing to drop accuracy here. Shows just how difficult this is. Very, very good scores past the halfway point here.
Yeah. Utami with that slight accuracy advantage over Maliszewski. Maliszewski is going to have to hope for a break from Utami, who does show a little bit of discomfort dropping a few hundreds on those last patterns. The accuracy lead is still in his favor, and a few more hundreds for Maliszewski. Oh my god, their combos are so even. He needs a break out of Utami right now if he wants to lead.
They both hit the square.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
What is happening? No way! What? Dude! The accuracy is basically maintained to roughly the same distance between the two players for the entire map right here, and quite literally one miss will throw this.
Yeah, it really was the early break for Maliszewski.
Oh my...
What? Both of them consider that, but the early breaks, that's all that's going to separate the two of them on this pick.
There's no way. There's no way.
As long as all things hold equal into this ending, Utami will be taking the break point, but there is...
I don't believe it.
Nothing left to break on.
I don't believe they both just missed the beginning and FC'd the rest. There's no way, right?
Just not allowed.
There's simply no chance they both missed the beginning and full comboed. Excuse me? Maliszewski's slider broke. He didn't even miss on that map.
So unlucky from Maliszewski. That one slider break, all that separated him from the win on that map. He would have FC'd if not for that one slider. but it's just not to be. And Utami taking the break point on Maliszewski's second pick, and the pick goes back to him. He will have the choice of the next map. There are still a lot of maps in this pool that I think would go in favor Utami a lot. There is still that Nomad 6 pick. There is still 2 DTs left.
This is a loser's bracket match. This
That's
is... What?
The level of players in this tournament, man, it is just so crazy watching these players play these maps. We would not have ever expected to have Osu ever reach this level.
This
but
is
they're
just like... I don't know.
They're putting it just... Okay, and there's the DT1 pick from Utami, picking one of the 2 remaining DTs, except this being an AIM map, which I think makes it a little bit contested.
Like, I just want to compare this to, like, scores in the other match between Arnold and Taquito, where the highest score on the Nomad 2, for example, was 540k to 508k. Likewise, with the Nomad 1, the scores were 395k to 354k. If that gives you any perspective just on how good these players are, I don't know what else will. This is a ludicrous performance from both of these players right now. The fact that both of them have been able to consistently put up these high scores to match each other is absolutely insane. And we're going to actually get to see and compare some of the scores between the DT1 here coming up as well, which was played in the previous match.
Yeah, this matchup is nothing to be taken for granted. These two are 2 of the best tourney players in the world right now, and we need to be very happy that we're able to witness this match live right now. And into this DT1 though, Maliszewski dropping a little bit of ACK in the beginning, perhaps adjusting to the AR 10.3, but Utami has no difficulty with it, still holding onto his SS into the first part of the map.
Yeah, Maliszewski's not quite as strong on 10.3 as Utami. He's definitely able to play it, but Utami's a little bit more comfortable at these high approach ratings here. I'm just excited to see what happens in the winners bracket finals between this map pool right now. Unironically, this is a losers bracket match. I would still say it's pretty safe to bet that these will be some of the highest scores we see of the weekend on these maps here. These two are just so confident right now with this map pool.
Oh, dude, if you showed me this match and I didn't have access to any of the sheets and told me this is grand finals, I would completely believe you.
Oh, yeah.
With how these players are playing right now, Maliszewski reestablishing his accuracy, he will be able to hop on any accuracy drop or combo drop that Utami does, who is still holding on to his SS, by the way, outside of the first third of the map.
Looking pretty good through all of the burst and aim here. Utami does finally drop 1/100, so he is going to lose a slight bit of accuracy here. He's got to drop one more in order to get the score lead over to Maliszewski, but right now it's going to stay pretty even to the halfway point of the map right now. Both players get a chance to see the scores.
Yeah, I mean, why is this pool too easy for these players? Like
Scale more.
This is finals of like the hardest 1v1 tournament in the world. Why are the 2 players FCing into the last third with over 99.5?
Unironically, for those of you that don't know, Corsace Closed has like generally been known for having some of the hardest map pools in terms of 1v1 tournaments out there because this is an invitation-based tournament. And somehow, with extended scaling and difficulty, it is still too easy. I think we need Hippo Cup pools in here. I
think we need, what was it, Yuki AIM tournament? Maybe we need, like, that level of, like, grand finals
seriously.
pool, except in finals. And we are, like, actually gonna have an ACK battle on this DT1. Like,
are we gonna have the second, like... Dude.
No. This is just not allowed to happen. No.
Utami wins on accuracy, but, like, this is insanity.
No. We are not getting an ACK battle on this DT1. We are not.
No. Oh, my...
Maliszewski breaking on the last triple, but it wouldn't have mattered. Utami with that 6/100 FC, retaining his accuracy lead throughout the map, and is going to be taking that next pick. Going up 4-1. Pick goes back to Maliszewski. What the hell did we just see, Chillier?
I cannot even... So, all right. So remember before the start of this map, I was saying we would have a chance to compare this to the scores of the previous match, which was absolutely insane, by the way, between Taquito and Arnold. If you have a chance to go watch that VOD back, if you didn't catch the match live, please do so. The two scores between them on that were 681,000 and 615,000, and we just got a double FC basically. I will stand to say it's pretty safe to nullify Maliszewski's misses. 1.147 million is still close enough. So, yeah, again, pretty good perspective of what the hell we're watching right now. Utami is now up 4-1. We're getting to be a dangerous spot for Maliszewski right here. He is definitely going to need to take this Hard Rock 1, and this is very similar to Nomad 1, high-intensity jumps. A little bit more awkward aim in this Hard Rock 1, though, slightly fast.
Yeah, I think Maliszewski, despite losing that DT1, he's seeing how close the score was. He's saying, Utami, I want to fight you on these aim picks, and he is going to be fighting him here on this Hard Rock 1. Another very intense high BPM aim pick at 240 BPM. However, it's being Hard Rock, CS 5.3, AR 10 instead of 10.3 might just lend itself to be a little bit more comfortable for Maliszewski, but we've still got a map to go, and after everything that's happened, I can't really say I can bet against Utami on anything right now.
I mean, I'm with you. I don't know if I could ever bet against Utami when he's playing like this consistently right now. Maliszewski putting up performances that would absolutely dominate most of the other players in the tournament scene right now, and Utami is somehow just besting the scores that he's putting up, you know, with the notable exceptions of the aim maps thus far, and just in terms of overall comfortable play here. You know, something similar to what we saw in the Nomad 1 and AC lead for Maliszewski at the beginning of the map here. It is going to come down to misses, though. This is slightly faster, 240 BPM aim on this one, so you really got to be careful about some of these patterns. They will definitely catch you off guard if you haven't practiced this map enough here.
Yeah, but we've yet to reach any of the really intense sections. We are about to make our way into the first chorus of this song. Not yet, just a little kick slider jump section before that, but now we are going into the first chorus.
Well, here we go. Unironically, the chorus looks a little bit more comfortable than some of the build-up sections because it's aim, but the big jumps definitely provide a different kind of difficulty compared to some of the faster sections where the jump patterns get a little bit more dense, especially mixed in with the triples here. Maliszewski's AC lead continues to grow. Still no misses.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of the lower parts of the map, so I wouldn't expect a miss from any of them right now into this little 1/3 section. We're going to pray that none of these players trip up here, because this would be probably one of the worst spots of the map for you to break on at nearing the halfway point.
Yeah, that's a big score cap with any breaks right here. Hopefully nothing for these two players here. Big, difficult slider section here with these triples. There are potential for slider breaks, but nothing. Oh, and he over-aims the stream, Maliszewski! Oh, no!
Breaking on the stream on the jump map, how tragic is that? And Utami is still holding on to his FC. Despite not having the accuracy lead, he will now get a absolutely massive score lead with the combo. Combo is still king in Osu, even with score version 2.
Got that 1% AC lead on Maliszewski. It's going to keep this at least somewhat close, but as long as Utami holds this combo, it'll get out of hand very quickly. If Utami's able to maintain this FC to that quarter way left in the map right here, I'd say this is pretty much over. He's got this one section right here, and if he holds the combo, Maliszewski's not going to be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, it's just, at this point in the map, Utami needs to break as soon as possible for Maliszewski to even have a chance of coming back on his own pick here. But Utami is just not breaking. He is. Oh, he does!
There's no way he misses on that. Oh my
kick slider.
Oh no! He like misaimed it, I think.
I don't know if it's possible. Utami needs to melt down a little bit if Maliszewski wants to have a chance to get back in this, even with the AC lead and the reestablished combo. There's just not enough time.
AC lead. It's gonna be really, really close into the ending here. Utami breaks again! He misses again! Oh god, it's gonna be... It might not be enough though, it's 100k. It's gonna be so close into the ending. Even if Maliszewski FCs this entire ending section, it might not be enough. I don't know if there's enough node density. I think Utami held it off.
Yeah, I think Maliszewski needed some streams here if he wanted to be able to run this back. But as the lead goes down, it is still going to be a victory for Utami. The break point by about 60,000 score. And that is absolutely tragic for Maliszewski. going down now 5-1 with the pick going back to Utami.
Maliszewski cut that combo lead in half at the ending with the misses from Utami. That was over 100,000, brought it to around 60,000 at the ending here. It is so unfortunate to watch this right now because the scoreline of this match does not even remotely dictate how close this match has actually been. Because right now you see a 5-1 lead for Utami, but then you look at this score screen and you realize, oh my god, Maliszewski was worlds more comfortable on this Hard Rock 1 than Utami was, based on misses and accuracy alone. I mean, the 100 count, if that says anything, let alone 4 times less on the miss count. Just some unfortunate slider breaks. So again, really does speak volumes just to how close these players are in skill right now. And Utami just maintaining a slight bit more consistency through these picks here, giving him the wins.
Yeah, I think we need to make score v3 so Maliszewski can win on a pick like that with the score he got.
Oh, it's hitting one time.
Utami really wants to fight him on aim, and I absolutely love it. This map, hidden one. The awkward aim, the mechanics on this map is absolutely the type of thing that you would see Maliszewski with a #1 score on, with 1/100 on an FC, on like every single leaderboard of a map of this type. This is if Utami wins this, I don't know if Maliszewski can go back from this, because this is something that Maliszewski, like on paper, would have picked coming into this matchup.
Yeah, this will be dangerous for Maliszewski, because given the current trend of this match, if he somehow doesn't manage to get a break point on this one here, he's got to take 2 break points on Utami to finish this match off, and that is a big ask right now with how comfortable he is. And you know what I'm really excited to see is actually this map in the winner's bracket match, because this is something I think that Zuginator would be stupid good at. But right now, we're going to see if Utami and Maliszewski continue to set the benchmarks for these maps here.
Yeah, Utami finding the early break on that jump, going to be giving Maliszewski the early lead in combo and accuracy. But yeah, I really can't help but think that it's way too early to tell, but I think this pick was almost like Utami throwing Maliszewski a bone. Like, this pick is definitely a very good avenue for Maliszewski to try and get back in the match, even though there is still a DT map remaining.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens on this one right here. Maliszewski has lost 2 of his picks now to some very unfortunate misses that are very avoidable here. So let's hope he doesn't have another one, another map loss to that, regardless of whether or not this is a potential break point. Triples, very difficult section here. Maliszewski is going to fall behind in the accuracy department now, but that combo lead's going to keep his score just slightly higher. And he does find a big, almost a chain miss. He kind of let himself off with 1 miss there, but not a good position.
Yeah, the streams are just catching out Maliszewski in these aim picks, man. Streams in my aim map, get rid of them. Like, okay, now the pick is now so far in favor of Utami, but the accuracy drop from Maliszewski is going to be hurting me more than anything, all the way down at 96, while Utami is about to reach his 99.
Yeah, it's literally been oh, there's a miss. Okay. This is going to be one of the lower scoring maps actually that we see today right now, just based on miss count.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect that from these players, but now Maliszewski has a very clear route back into this pick. As long as he can hold his accuracy and his combo, he will be able to take this lead at some point.
He's been looking good on the aim. He just needs to make sure he doesn't find another miss aim on one of the streams. And that's going to be the big part of this as we approach the halfway point in the map right now. Both players looking pretty good on the aim, but we're going to have another stream, I think, coming up here. Got to be careful. Both players hit it into the halfway. We've got a bit of a slower section right now. Maliszewski's going to start bringing this back slightly. It's going to be a slow process because of the accuracy lead that Utami has, but it will go back ever so slowly with that roughly 180 combo lead.
Yeah, without any help from Utami, I think this is poised to go back in the last seconds of the map, but that break from Utami is just the help he needed. Maliszewski now just needs to hold for a little bit longer, and the lead will swing back in his favor very heavily.
Hit the 1/3. There's a big jump section right here. This is a big build-up. If he manages to hit this section, it might just be over. This is a big jump section coming up right now.
And he gets it.
Players. Oh, God.
Now, despite the accuracy lead for Utami, this combo lead is going to give Maliszewski the win as long as he can hold on. He has a 1/4 of the map to go, and he needs to hold with all he has for the rest of it.
It's going to be so close. He's got no wiggle room. He hits the stream. Big recovery. We've got a couple more jump sections. There's a quarter of the way left in the map. There's a lot of note density here. He has to hold combo through these triples, and he does. He's got a big jump section coming up at the ending here, too. We've got one more long stream as well. There's just 2 big patterns left for maliszewski to hit, and he may have closed out the break point that he needed. He's almost 100,000 in the lead now. This might be closing for Utami very quickly as he misses, and that's going to be it.
Finally, some breathing room for maliszewski. This break point, absolutely huge for him. Being down 6-1 at match point on something like hidden aim would be so devastating for maliszewski, but now this break point, now only down 5-2, and he has picks left. If he wins his own pick, it'll be 5-3, and then at that point, it becomes very contested again.
This is a crazy second half he's having right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, he is eating these jumps. What a meal for maliszewski, hitting those jumps.
Oh man. Dude, I said that this would be one of the lower scoring maps, and the sad part is it was, and he put up 690k.
Absolutely absurd second half for maliszewski. That one miss aim on the stream, once again, all separating him from an FC, but still, that 2 miss, 693k is enough to take that pick away from Utami and back into his playing field. Now, I think maliszewski at this point, out of aim maps to pick. I think he's going to go back into the hidden pool after winning this pick. There still being 3 hiddens remaining. I think he might go for hidden 3. That's going to be my guess.
That makes the most sense here. That's a big, a pretty high bar to set here for the remaining matches of this weekend on that hidden 1. maliszewski and Utami continue to put up the highest scores of the weekend by significant margins across the board here. And I believe I do hear the pick right now. Here it comes. Here it comes.
DT4 out of
He goes Gimmick.
He goes for the 10.3 alt map. That is not something I expected to see out of maliszewski, but, you know, once again, Utami did ban an alt map. Despite Utami winning the HR3 alt map, this DT4 AR 10.13 is a much different map than either of those other two. So I think this is something I can't really predict the outcome of. But it's going to be a contested map, that's one thing I can tell you.
You know, when I look at a map like this, I kind of think to myself, well, you know, we saw the DT1, which a very different type of map, but is the only 10.3 pick we've seen thus far. And they basically doubled FC'd it, with the exception of that triple miss at the ending from maliszewski. So this basically comes down to maliszewski realizing that, you know, he's maybe a little bit more perfectly matched with Utami on these 10.3 picks. And maybe Utami's just not feeling too confident on the alt picks today. Maybe some of these more snap-oriented picks are really just not something he's going to be strong at with that earlier ban, and, you know, purely speculation, but we'll see what happens. This map is very high spacing, very high intensity, and a lot of snappy aim control required for this.
Yeah, this map is definitely very different than the other 2 alt maps, but I'm still really surprised that we haven't gone more into the hidden pool with these 2 players. Like, these 2 players, some of the best hidden tourney players in the game right now, and they're just, like, avoiding hidden other than that last pick from Utami.
Yeah, maybe avoiding the contested picks a little bit more here, but who knows? Eventually somebody will have to go for it as we get further into this match and we start to run out of maps here. maliszewski's going to need a couple of picks in the row here in order to get back into this match, and there's a big miss from Utami to start the map off.
Yeah, at the first quarter of the map, that's going to give maliszewski a big combo lead as Utami keeps breaking. Oh, but there goes maliszewski. The lead is only about 10k points, and maliszewski is losing in the accuracy department, actually.
Utami continues to find misses.
Looking a bit like a clown fiesta between these 2 players. Like,
this map is, unironically, like, I would say that this map is either the most difficult map in the pool, or maybe the second most difficult map in the pool. This is absolute insanity, even for some of the best double-time alt players in here, just because of the patterning in this is so awkward and overlappy and snap-oriented. And right now, maliszewski's really showing how comfortable he is on this. He's going to start to put up 400k pretty soon here, has pulled an accuracy lead out, and Utami now is going to have to put in some serious work at the ending of this map if he wants to ever have a chance of bringing this one back.
Yeah, Utami struggling in the middle junctures of the map, and even here at the ending, while maliszewski held his combo until just now, that is going to give maliszewski, I guess, 2 safe wins in a row, which is something we haven't seen so far in this match. But then again, Score is now 5-3. Maliszewski did what he needed to do on this DT4 pick. He got himself back into the match, and now it is Utami to respond.
This is a ridiculous play. This is absolutely crazy. Look at that, 562k to 386k. Those are very good scores. Again, it's all proportional based on, how difficult the maps are in this pool. And I think, this being one of the harder maps in here, I think it makes a heck of a lot of sense that these scores were slightly lower. But I mean, you can just see how comfortable Maliszewski was on this. 3 misses, no slider breaks. Relatively the same accuracy, but compared to Utami, who's got those 10 misses on the board, plus a couple of slider breaks to go alongside them, really, really smart pick from Maliszewski. He knew exactly what he was doing, keeping this for later in the match here. And now Utami starting to get in a little bit of a rougher position here. He's still in a confident lead of 2 points right now, but Maliszewski being able to consolidate that first break point on hidden one that he had there. He's got an opportunity to potentially take another one right here, and we might get a very close match if that is the case right now. But Utami going to be going straight into things here. I think he goes back for the hidden pool. I don't really see any way that he doesn't.
If my ears don't deceive me, I think Hidden 2 was just picked. Okay, no, never mind. This is the same song as DT4. But I think
got
Utami...
played.
Yeah, I got played. My ears got played.
We got played.
I think Utami can go in a lot of different directions here. He does go for HR2. That is not the direction. That is the opposite direction I thought he would go in.
Okay.
Fact, I thought he was going to go for the Nomad 6. Nomad 6 still up. Traditionally one of Utami's best picks, but...
He has won 2 of the 3 Hard Rock picks that have been gone through so far, so maybe he's thinking that he's got a little bit of an advantage in this Hard Rock pool today, but this is definitely one of the more straightforward maps in the Hard Rock pool, despite, what you might normally think of a CS 6.5 Hard Rock pick. Definitely more comfortable in terms of patterning from what we've seen, and I think that's just the general style of Furiquitous maps and songs in the game here. But Maliszewski was finding a little bit of trouble on some of the slider aim earlier. In the previous Hard Rock picks, like you had Hard Rock 1, he did miss on a stream, which was not something that will be much of an issue in this map comparatively. So Utami kind of bringing it more aim-oriented on this one, I think, and we might get a very close pick here.
Yeah, another thing, this might just be the lowest BPM map we've played so far, clocking in at 191 BPM and not having any very difficult 1/6 patterns. This map is pretty, as you said, straightforward compared to the rest of the things we've played. This map features some quite difficult cake slider jumps and cut streams. Actually, I'm not even sure about the cut streams.
There's a couple of them, but, both of these players have looked pretty solid on most patterns like that today. We'll see if they're able to maintain that right now. Very classic Hard Rock look for these two players right now. Utami with a slight deficit in the accuracy from the start of the map right here. Both players maintaining combos, and again, I think it has generally come down to whoever finds the first break in the Hard Rock pool thus far. Maliszewski taking a slightly bigger acc lead than usual right now, actually. Utami almost falling below 97% for a little bit there. Roughly 2% in the lead right now. This is a shorter pick here, too, 3.5 minutes, compared to some of the stuff we've seen thus far in this match, relatively longer pool, especially stuff like some of these DT picks. So we'll see what happens here as Maliszewski finds the first break, unfortunately, but there's plenty of map left.
Yeah, it was right before a slow part, though, and that is going to be really bad as Utami can bolster up his combo during this less intense section. Accuracy lead now negligible as only a couple hundred separate the two. We are still quite the ways away from another intense section. Utami now reaching up to 600 combo through the first third. Maliszewski's going to need to hope for a break from him if he wants to come back on this pick.
Let's hope he's able to put up the combo, maybe see if Utami can find a break here. It would be a absolutely tragic end for Maliszewski to lose on a miss before a slow section in here, but again, still plenty of map left in here. Opportunities to break laden throughout this map, but again, I mentioned one of the more straightforward maps in the pool here, so it's asking a lot to find a kind of a straightforward break in here. You really got to hope that one of these players just mis-aims somewhere. Maliszewski barely maintaining that accuracy lead here, too. Neither player getting caught out by that slider. Map is closing slowly. Utami's going to have to break soon.
Yeah, there's still one key eye left for us here. If Utami breaks at the very start of it, maliszewski may have a chance to come back, but as we get closer to the ending, Utami's score is just going to skyrocket up with the multiplier. But that break needs to come soon, and it's not coming out yet.
Both of these players looking pretty confident. And Utami slider breaks on nothing! That's kind of what I meant. You can really only break on random stuff in this map, and this is the opportunity as maliszewski hits the 1/3. Oh, there is plenty of map left here. He hits the wiggle.
There's time. There's time for maliszewski in this pick. He is only down 100k.
He can't miss.
The combo lead is in his favor by a lot, and so is the accuracy. There is just maliszewski cannot break.
He cannot break right now. He's got 99% accuracy. He's very clearly comfortable on this map right now. He's just got to maintain what he's been doing for the remainder of the map right now.
He's doing
the
it.
score lead is going to be so close. It's going to be right up to the ending here, though. He takes the score lead right now. He's got to hold through these ending jumps. Utami has a combo.
Yeah, he needs to. And he slider breaks! Oh, the combo goes back in favor of Utami, and the accuracy is so negligible that it won't help him out. The score lead is just
takes it at the end. Oh my god.
And that is it. Utami is going to take his own pick and go up 6-3. That is so tragic for maliszewski. He only needed to hold for like just a bit longer. The combo differential between the two of them, just about like 15. That is so unfortunate for maliszewski, but the pick is won by Utami. And now the pick is back to maliszewski, but now down at match point. He needs to win this pick or his tournament life will be over.
Oh my goodness, that was just... So, you know, I said it twice during the map, I'll say it again after. This is one of those maps where if you find a break on this, it's normally really, really out of nowhere. And it's kind of, you know, one of those points where you maintain that consistency at the beginning of the map there, and Utami looked a little bit more consistent at the beginning of the map, and he, you know, had that unfortunate break, but he kept it into the ending after the break. maliszewski, unfortunate, you know, found that one miss. He tried to recover as best as he could at the ending, but he had so much ground to cover that there was really no room for error. He's going to go straight back in for Hard Rock 4 Enigma Helix.
I absolutely cannot believe that neither of these players are picking any other hiddens. Like, this pick, by the way, if you aren't familiar with this map, Enigma Helix, this map features some of the wackiest tech streams you might just ever see, and cut streams, and things that just feel so impossibly RNG to hit consistently. And maliszewski is going to be staking his tournament life on this type of map. I think this is a massive risk, but if it pays off, I think he has a map for his last pick. I mentioned Hidden 3 earlier, that's still up, but Hard Rock 4, this is such a risk.
Yeah, maliszewski in a dangerous spot right now. He has to win all 3 of the remaining picks to have a shot at tiebreaker in this match, a very difficult one at that, and that's a lot of work that has to be put in here. Again, these two players continuously putting up absolutely outstanding scores. I mean, again, and we've covered in a couple of the other ones, they have outscored the other losers bracket match this weekend, map after map, by significant margins here. And I think they're going to maybe look to potentially do it again. A couple cut streams at the beginning here. Nothing too crazy. These are actually one of the more comfortable parts of the map right now. If you're feeling good on the aim control right now, both of these players should have a pretty decent time on this, but there is a very difficult kind of overlapping section that's going to come up right here towards the latter half, and that may be where we see some breaks, but right now both players are going to hold through the bigger spaced cuts here. It's going to be the last pattern coming up after these. It's going to be the last ones right here.
Right here, the section right before the break.
This decides the map. This decides the map.
It actually decides the match. This decides the match. If either of the players break here, they will not be able to come back on the pick. And you're...
Oh my
both
god!
Of them
Oh my god!
Dude, I can't believe this, dude. What? Screw these players, man. What?
There's no way they both just hit that.
That's such a stupid pattern to hit on no mod even, and they just
that is
both
the
get through
hardest
with
pattern
hard
in the map. That's the hardest
now,
pattern in the map. This is just gonna be. This will be a stupid break. If somebody loses it right now, there's a. All right. I don't want to say anything right now. This section coming up right here is fairly aim heavy, and both of these players have looked really good on aim thus far. But there is a double section that potentially, with the sliders after it, you could see some breaks on right here. And there's the stupid
maliszewski! Oh my god, that just ends it. Utami has to break literally right now or the match is over, and Utami is just still holding on. That is the worst way to go out.
There's no
Oh
way.
my god. Maliszewski breaking on that snap double, and now Utami is looking to run away with it, comboing that difficult space stream, and still holding on to his full combo into the very ending.
If they both hit the ending of this map, it's just
Allow me to tell you a fact. There are 2 Hard Rock FCs on this map. One of them hidden Hard Rock by the man on the right, and the other is Arison. So I think Maliszewski he had good intentions coming into this pick. It was just that one little break separating him from the victory. Once again, just that one unfortunate break. But Utami coming in with an absolutely ludicrous performance, getting the 3rd HRFC on this map. He has it. There's nothing left to break on. Utami is going to be slaying the Polish beast that is Maliszewski in this losers bracket match.
Man, and you could see it.
7-3.
You could see how comfortable Maliszewski was on this too. He looked so good for that entire map. That was just the worst place you could have broken on right there. And again, for the 10th map in a row, Maliszewski and Utami outscore pick for pick the other losers bracket match and have now set the benchmark for the winners bracket match and the second losers bracket potential match, which will be taking place, of course, in about half an hour after this. Right now, that will, of course, be Utami versus Arnold. Maliszewski, unfortunately, eliminated from the tournament along with Taquito this weekend. We thank them for their insane performances. These were some ridiculous matches that we got out of them. Utami now continuing his journey to get a little bit of redemption for last year, getting that 2nd place finish in this tournament against Flying Tuna. He's got a hell of a lot to prove to everybody this year, and he is certainly making some people's eyes look his way with the performance today. Well played to Maliszewski. But again, as mentioned before, that is not it for us for the Saturday matches. There will be one more, and this will be our losers bracket finalist deciding match between Utami and Arnold, also known as MG Hatsune Miku. That'll be in just over half an hour from now. But well played to Utami, well played to Maliszewski, and the other losers bracket match. We will see you all in about half an hour.